Hey, everybody, this is Matt from the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast, and today is WrestleTok Wednesday, and our special guest is joining us right now. It's everyone's favorite Brit, Hayley.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for coming on. This is, I am horrible with intros. Normally I'm screaming and, carrying on about different things, but this is second episode 2. Last week we had Dawn. This week we have everyone's favorite Brit, Hayley. So the premise of this new show, what's going on, Matt the Duelist? The premise for this show is to get to know the people around WrestleTok. Get to know the people, not just what they like in wrestling, but like what they're doing in the world. What's going on? So let's just dive right into it. When did you become a wrestling fan?
I became a wrestling fan. So all of you Americans are about to look at me really, really weird when I say this. So we're in England, and I think with Scotland and Wales and stuff, we had a channel called Sky One, and that's where we could watch it every weekend. And my mum got me into it, and then also my mum's mate who got me into it, and I must have been about 7, and then I went to my first show when I was about 11, I think about 11. So yeah, I've been a wrestling fan for nearly 22 years, but yeah, still going strong.
Well, so what got you into wrestling? What was the attraction?
My mum mostly, because it's always been me, my mum, and every hobby she's had, I've had, and so on. But then I remember watching wrestling, and there was a certain wrestler two certain wrestlers that got me into wrestling, loving more and more and more. But yeah, it was more my mum, but then obviously the wrestlers and fall in love with actual storylines and stuff that got me into it more than anything really.
Okay. Well, so who were those two, and were they your favorite wrestlers at that time?
They will always be my favorite wrestlers. Eddie Guerrero, of course, and Rob Van Dam.
Nice. Let's maybe next time he reads a cue card, it'll be on the right side.
Fun fact: I've actually met Rob Van Dam.
Really?
Got a photo with him.
Of course you did.
So, my claim to fame. Sorry, guys.
So everyone knows this one is kind of a no-brainer. I'd already know the answer to the question. It's Grayson Waller, right?
Who's Grayson Waller? I don't know who Grayson Waller is. Yeah. At the minute, it's Grayson Waller, but also I am falling in love with LA Knight at the minute as well.
Who isn't?
Yeah. And Austin Theory's growing on me though.
So this is off the script. This is a question that I didn't send you. What's the infatuation with Eric Bischoff?
Okay, so everyone that knows me knows that Eric Bischoff back in the day, the leather jacket, the black hair, and how dominant I can try and say he was. It used to give me really bad daddy issues, and yeah, now he just looks like a scary granddad. So I can't fall in love with him anymore.
So, and this is there's a new. I told you before we came on air that I have a new segment that I'm going to throw out there, and I'm just going to start with you.
Oh God!
And I need to know: do you acknowledge David Arquette as the greatest WCW champion of all time?
I'm going to have to say yes. Do you know how much backlash I would get if I said no? There is so many people in my friendship group that would come with me with a knife. I'm going to say yes, I do acknowledge him, because I'm not having anyone else come after me. No, thank you. Don't put me under that boss. Thank you very much. Next question. Exactly. Mike would hunt me down. Who knows?
Oh, hold on. We're just going to leave that up there so Mike can see it later.
You're in trouble with.
So, last week I got someone who absolutely hates Roman Reigns to acknowledge him as the tribal chief of the WWE. What's your opinion on Roman Reigns?
Wait, can I swear? Because if not, no, I don't acknowledge him. I never have liked Roman Reigns. Not even in the Shield days. He was, nah. He's never been one to thingy.
See, for me, his character now is more tolerable than his watered down Samoan John Cena.
Big dog, yeah. Like we were saying the other week, because obviously you know that with Broken Wrestling we're part of Off the Top as well. We're in partnership with Off the Top. We were literally discussing about Roman Reigns, and we said that, like, for me, his character back then was a lot worse than it is now. It now, like I'll say on TikTok, as you know, people go, acknowledge your tribal chief, blah, blah, blah. You're acknowledging him if you like him or not. Like, we're acknowledging him now, just talking about him and chatting about him and discussing him. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. You're acknowledging him either way. So, yeah. But no, I'm not a fan of Roman. Never have been.
I mean, like I said, his stuff now, I think. See, I didn't like Brock Lesnar until Paul Heyman came around. And I'm a Paul Heyman guy. That's me. Mm-hmm. And I think everything that he touches ends up being gold outside of the ECW. I mean, the ECW just...
The Cesaro one, not as much, but everything else, yeah.
Claudio Castagnoli is one of those guys who is underappreciated, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But with me, I think Paul Heyman could have literally taken him to the stars, and I think it didn't work out that way. And I think that's where it came that Cesaro became a mid-card, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he was always tag team or mid-card. He was never the superstar he should have been.
Oh, his series of matches with Sheamus was a fucking...
yeah.
Yeah. I think if Brock didn't come back to WWE when he did, Cesaro would have been pushed to the moon.
Absolutely. 100%.
So what exactly brought you... So we all met on TikTok. We've all... Mm-hmm. That's where everyone meets nowadays. That's, that's how we get to know each other. What brought you to TikTok? Like, what?
TikTok as a whole or WrestleTok as a whole?
TikTok as a whole first.
Okay, so TikTok as a whole. Obviously, I was the same reason as everyone. It was because I was bored during lockdown and I wanted to see what all this hype was. Love you, Sammy. Literally went to TikTok and then got addicted to the point that I'm where I am now. So, silver linings.
Yeah, mine was I downloaded it because I wanted to watch funny videos, and I had heard like everyone talking about you got to watch it's like Vine but only better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I got to check this out, and it started off with watching just absolutely ridiculous dog videos, and now I'm in WrestleTok. But
I got dragged there, goddamn.
Well, okay, so how'd you end up in the
Americans?
Well, no, how'd you end up with inside the island of misfit toys we call WrestleTok?
So I was just scrolling. This must have been about a year ago, I think. I think I've been on WrestleTok for just about a year now. And I was scrolling through, and there was this girl on FYP, and she was talking about SmackDown. I was like, I wonder if it's the SmackDown that I know. It's like, so clicked it, and they were literally talking about wrestling. I was like, oh my god, there's a girl that likes wrestling. Next thing you know, she is another Brit named Unicorn Goth that everybody knows. And then through, I think it was through Ross, I met Reese. And then I met everyone along the line of that as well. But then obviously I've met Sammy and Mia, like my girls, and then I've met like people who I'd stick with life with them too, and also Jamie and Shadow. And now I'm stuck and I can't get out. I've been asking for help to get out for a while, and now I'm stuck.
Blink twice.
This may look like a normal wall. It's not. It's the corner of the room where I'm trying to get out.
Blink twice if you're okay.
But yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world though. I've met some of the most amazing friends out of it, and people that I'll take for life. Oh my god, Samantha from Home Depot.
I was waiting for it. Thank you. That's it.
No, so obviously you know, but people who don't watch us on WrestleTok and stuff will know that Sammy is Samantha from Home Depot, or as we started to call her, Sammy Mammy with the Yammies. No, Mammy Sammy with the Yammies. So we got two names for her. But this is the thing, obviously on about WrestleTok. We were on about like how we've all got different nicknames for each other as well. It doesn't matter if we've known each other long or not. If you know, like, if say for example, someone could come in the live and be like, "Is that Hayley the Brit?" I'm like, people know me. What the? Like, I'm just so confused when people know me. I'm just like, I didn't do anything. What? And I literally think it's strange. It's very strange.
That I fly below the radar enough to where I don't have a nickname yet. And
can I come with? That was a no. Damn.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like, here's the radar. You're already, like...
Exactly. I'm so used to being... This is the radar. I'm so used to being under, like, way under the radar. So it's very strange when people come in to save someone's life. It's like, that's Hayley the Brit, or that's Samantha from Home Depot. And we're just like, that's all. It's like, what the hell? It's strange. It's very strange.
I had something happen the other day that blew okay. So when I came into TikTok, this is kind of a weird story. I kind of picked creators that I was a fan of, and I tried interacting with them, and nothing. I wasn't to 1,000 yet, so it was like, all right, whatever. And I went into where I started, like, following them on all their socials and just commenting on whatever they throw out there if I liked it or whatever.
Yeah.
Almost fanboying-ish. And to come to find out, the two that I fanboyed the most over are fanboying over me. And it blows my mind.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say they... No, I take that back. They don't fanboy over me. They're fans of me.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, when things like that happen, it's just like, what? You know who I am? It's like, you've got a big name and you know who we are. What?
Well, yeah, I mean, Heel Kevin, one of the absolute biggest creators on the whole fucking platform. And he likes my videos and he sends me messages, be like, dude, love your stuff.
I always remember with Heel Kevin, I went in his live once on Twitch, and I was literally just scrolling through because I think I was waiting for like one of our podcasts, and I was there, and I was like, oh, I was going to say hello, and I put hi, it's Hayley the Brit, because that's how everyone knows me. I'm like, oh my god, Hayley the Brit's in here. I was like, oh my god, he knows who I am. What? And it's just mind blowing how people know me, even if it's just as a Brit. It's better than nothing. But yeah. Love you, Samantha.
Yeah, he I always say the only reason I have the following I have is because of my son. They don't come to see this. They don't come to see this. They come to see my my kid. That's all we do in the summertime. We went on about 100 some plus straight days of creating content.
Mm.
And it's our WrestleTok question of the day kind of stuff. And we so that was the first one that I fanboyed, and like it humbled me. And
It's so strange.
The second one is, and I see this next person in a whole new light because he is one of us. It's Willie Finesse.
I've got a lot of love for Willie. Absolutely, he's one of my boys.
Willie, when he told me, he goes, dude, I have so many of your videos favorited in my thing, in my favorite folder. That just blew my mind, because here I am, just someone that's not even under, like, barely getting to 1,000 followers, and I'm like, dude, really? You like my stuff? He goes, dude. He says, you're an OG. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not an OG. I have 1,600. I have 1,600 followers. Like, no, I'm. And he goes, no, you are the first father-son duo on TikTok, and it won't ever be anyone like you guys. I'm like,
yeah. It's like when Professor comes in. I think I met him through Sammy. And he is literally, he calls me his TikTok daughter and like that sort of stuff. And it's so weird how someone with that many followers, well, even he'll jump in my live, he'll like my videos and stuff. I'm like, what? Like, how? What have I done?
Well, that's one guy that has not followed me back, and I understand why, because he doesn't know me. Because I haven't really. I would love a chance to talk with him.
Professor is amazing. Like, he is one of the nicest, genuine guys I've ever met in my entire life. If I went to him or even his wife and said, look, I need to speak to someone, there's something not right with me, they would spend every minute just to make sure we're okay.
I love his entrance music videos, where those are my favorite. Like, and Andrew, like, he doesn't have, obviously my son's 10 years old, and he doesn't have TikTok, but he watches YouTube shorts. And he finds Professor videos on YouTube and brings them out to me. And he's like, Dad, you got to check this one. I'm like, yeah, I saw that earlier. He goes, I want to meet that guy someday. I'm like, let me work on that.
No, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, Professor. Even his blue tick doesn't make him any different. It's great.
So, let's see what can. So we'll flip this. Okay. So what we know that you have your BWP, and partnering with Off the Top.
Yeah.
Any new projects you might want to plug or?
Yeah. We have two. It's Mental Health Monday was a thing we started with. It will now be moving to Tuesdays, and it will be called Talk About It Tuesdays. In these lives, anyone's welcome and to talk about whatever they're feeling, or they could talk about their journey, or whatever they need to talk about, they could talk about on there. It could even talk about wrestling. It's just general talk, but it's also, you could talk about your mental health in that way, in a safe environment with people that will be there for you and discuss it with you and just be amazing. The second one, this is very, very new. It was revealed. I can't remember if it was revealed on my YouTube page or my TikTok page, Instagram, Facebook. I've got all of them. The Alpha Wolf Sean B, if anybody knows who he is, will be doing his own show on BWP every Thursday. Starting, we're going to think about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We're going to get all the plans in place, and it's going to be starting. And he's going to be covering the indie side of it, and it's actually going to be called Indie Inside. So you might see where that's coming from. But yeah, Sean the Tribal Galaxy King absolutely is going to be part of BWP, and I'm so excited. Absolutely buzzing.
Nice. Okay, so we'll rewind your videos. What?
Oh God.
What?
Which one?
Well, in your promo package, I showed the whole the still picture of when you did the whole Becky Lynch deal. I thought it was entertaining. I mean, what's your creative process?
I just go for it. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what it sounds like or how it goes. It just gets uploaded on TikTok and that's it. Believe it or not. So the girls can back me up on this one, and I will show. I try and find the video. So on WrestleMania weekend, obviously the Cody Rhodes thing, and I did a video about Cody Rhodes coming out in with Dusty Rhodes. You are, Samantha. Stop getting so big-headed, though. So, literally, I did a Cody Rhodes where all of us Brits were going to scream no matter what time it was, when he comes out as Dusty Rhodes' theme song, and then if he won the belt. Between all of them, I got 34,000 views, 40 views, 44, oh my God, 40,000 views and 23,000 views. I literally didn't know where the hell it came from, and I was just like, I only did it as a joke. Like, why is it going viral for? And next thing you know, we're just texting. I'm texting the girls going, it's going viral still. It's going up. I'm getting more likes. And I think there's like 2,000 likes on one of them. And I'm just like, oh my God, it was just a joke. And people were like proper going into it. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, that was, WrestleMania weekend was a weird weekend for me and my TikToks.
Okay, you mentioned the whole viral thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go back to the whole David Arquette situation. It started with Mike. I will give Mike 100% of that's the origin of it.
Yeah.
He gave it to me, and from there I hashtagged the shit out of it. He hashtagged the shit out of it. Everyone, like in every live we were in, we would go ahead. You can say it.
Put it on the screen first. Grayson Waller. Love Grayson Waller. That's what I'm going to be known for now. It's not going to be Hayley the Brit anymore. It's going to be Grayson Waller.
Well, I mean, Sammy's what? Sammy Orton? Maybe you're going to be...
We love Sammy Orton.
So we took the whole hashtag greatest WCW champion of all time, David Arquette, and that actually trended for a little bit. And
I've already told you, Sammy, it's Farrelly. His actual real name's Matthew Farrelly. That's how obsessed I am. I know his name and everything. Oh God, I need to get over him.
So that whole thing took off, and Santy from Straight Shoot, Santy and Steve, they did an episode. They do that whole Guess the Wrestler thing, and Guess the Wrestler by their movies they were in.
Yeah, I've seen the video. It's quite clever how they've done it, to be fair.
I was like, this is freaking awesome, because I didn't think it would get to them. I mean, they are like TikTok royalty.
Yeah. I
mean, they are like, they have probably the biggest WrestleTok following next to Heel Kevin.
Yeah.
And to make their way up to that, and Santy without hesitation says the tagline, greatest WCW champion of all time, David Arquette. It was, I mean, I won at that point. I won at that point. I was like, all right, whatever. I sent that to Mike, and he's like, yeah, like 10 other people just sent it to me.
It's like, I'm mentioning his name again, when Grayson Waller got drafted to SmackDown, the amount of people that tagged me in the videos of either his promo, him getting drafted, anything that had Grayson Waller on the FYP. Janet, be quiet. When literally, see. So everyone was tagging me in the videos, and they kept next to it. They put Grace Moore, and I'm like, oh god, that's all I'm going to be known as now. It's not even going to be Hayley the Brit. It's not going to be even Hayley. It's going to be Grace Moore. I already am, Matt. I'm waiting. Don't worry, I'm doing it. We've already said it. I said it the other week.
So we have another segment that we played last week with Dawn, and it will be basically I have 10 people that I pick at random.
Okay.
And they are wrestlers. 10 professional wrestlers that I picked at random, and they are past and present. And first thing that comes to your mind is what you know, that kind of thing. We'll start with
wait, can I swear in case I don't like?
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, that's fine. Just in case, I'm British. I have to ask. We swear in nearly every other sentence. I've gone nearly half an hour without swearing. It's doing good.
We'll start with Seth Rollins.
The GOAT. The absolute GOAT.
Okay.
Oh, look, you've got some spam in your comments. How nice of them to come in and say hi.
Yeah, that's interesting.
At least you're getting the views.
Yeah. We'll go Triple H.
Oh. Oh, I don't know, because there's so many going in my mind right now for Triple H because of how long he's been in it. The uncle of WWE, because he can't beat the daddy of WWE, because that's Vince. So the only other relative you can do really is uncle. Triple H. Oh my god, hold up! I know exactly what everyone's waiting for me to say. It's Triple H. So there you go. I've said it, guys.
Quite honestly, I added him to the list because of that. You're welcome.
And I thought we were friends.
We are. It's all in good fun. We'll go. This one I didn't. I should have used this last week too. One of my favorites of all time. And he was part of the show recently. Ken Anderson.
Oh, it's weird calling him Anderson. I'm so used to him being Kennedy for me. I think he's just gonna have to be Kennedy. Kennedy. Absolutely loved him as a kid. He was one of my favorites as a kid. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that interview, I popped like a insane. Like, just to have a the fact that I have his personal phone number just blows my mind.
Tell him you want him on BWP, thanks. But yeah, he was one of my favourites as a kid. I always remember, it doesn't matter what it was, it could be anything, and I have it in my hand, and I used to think I was Mr. Kennedy. That's how much of a fan favourite I was, and still always will be a fan of Mr. Kennedy.
Okay. We'll switch over. You watch AEW? Just so okay.
Only just though. Only the past few weeks I've been getting into it.
Okay. We'll go with Cody Cornette's all-time favorite wrestler, and I'm going to get a text message about this one. Kenny Omega.
Next one, because I'm not allowed to swear. I'm going to be good. I'm not going to swear. Next.
Then go ahead.
Shit. I don't like him. Try me, Cody. Try me, Cody.
No, no, he that FU was directed towards me because Cody can't stand him.
Oh, no, I'm waiting for him to give me abuse. I am waiting for it because I know what Cody's like. He is my bodyguard for a reason.
We'll go Paige or Saraya.
The Brit of the Brits. Yeah, she is the Brit of the Brits, and she is another reason why. So, for many people that don't know, I was in a DV relationship. So for a few years, I couldn't watch my wrestling. I couldn't enjoy my life. And Paige was the one that got me to fall back in love with it. When she beat AJ, and obviously Fighting with My Family is one of my favourite films. So yeah, she's the Brit of the Brit.
Okay. We'll go AJ Lee.
Ooh, psycho. Psycho, but hear me out. The way she was with Connor the Crusher, I will forever respect her, 100%. So she's kind of the respectful psycho. That can make sense.
I'll pull one from the chat.
Oh no! I was trying to dodge that one, Samantha. For God's sake. I could either piss Sammy off or love her right now. I'm gonna say something. And by the way, before anyone in the comments says it, this is mine and Sammy's joke. But Randy Orton's injury was the best thing to happen to him for a long ass time. Because he's mid, Samantha. No. To be fair, I'd love to see Orton back. Orton has been and always will be one of the very best we've ever seen. Absolutely, 100%. He will always be one of, I'd say top 10 for me, but he's up there. He's great.
I think he
Sammy, can I have my money now?
I think it would be really cool to see him win that heavyweight championship. Like come back and.
Personally, I don't think he's going to come back. A back injury is a major thing, especially when he does RKOs and he does all these different moves. Thanks, hon. Wait for my PayPal to ping.
That's another. Okay, so I get to meet on June 18th. Yeah, June 18th. I will get a chance to meet Big E. And I'm super excited about it. He's been gone for far too long. And I don't know if he is going to come back because that neck injury is another one that I don't know if he's...
Apparently he's been cleared, but he hasn't been cleared to wrestle because he can't take the bumps. That was the last thing I heard about him. And that was just before Christmas, I think. So a few months ago.
We'll dive into that one, Big E.
Positivity. But for me, every time I think of Big E, I don't think of the New Day. I think of when he was with Dolph and AJ Lee. And then he became the Intercontinental Champion and all that sort of stuff. That was like 2013, I think, I want to say. 2012, 2013 way. I know that he was Intercontinental in 2014.
Did you watch him in NXT?
No, I was never an NXT girl until about a year, 2 years ago.
He had a gimmick that he did the 10 count. Like he would pin
people. Yeah, I know what you're on about, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go back old school. We'll go. This one will definitely, since I'm all about controversy today.
Oh, God.
Bret Hart.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the other way then. I had my answer ready as well. Damn. When you say controversial, like, I've got my answer to go. Hit me with it. Bret Hart. I agree, Matt. He's mid. He was never the best there is, the best there was for me. Never, ever.
How about the showstopper?
Every time I hear that song, though, I think of Kurt Angle's. With Shawn Michaels, he shouldn't have been Mr. WrestleMania for me, because it should have been Undertaker, because Undertaker had a lot more wins. He had triple the wins, may I add, if not more, than Shawn Michaels ever did at WrestleMania. So,
okay,
yeah.
So Taker. We'll just jump right into Taker.
The GOAT. He is one of the very best and always will be. But I think his streak should never have been lost by Brock and then Roman. It should have been someone like Seth.
Me personally, I don't think his
or even Bray.
I don't think his streak should have ever been beaten.
There was a reason behind his streak being beaten, though. He was too concussed to fight, so Brock had to beat him. To the point he didn't even know his own name. Michelle McCall had to tell him his name in the hospital. So there's a fact that not many people know.
You know what? I did watch his documentary about like his A-Goat. Wow. How about the immortal one himself, Hulk Hogan?
Shit. That's what I'm gonna say about him. Oh, we should stop turning up at WrestleMania and shit. I can't. I don't like him.
I've gone several times and said that if you've watched one Hulk Hogan match, you've seen every single Hulk Hogan match.
See, it ruined the vibe for me. So everyone goes on about WrestleMania 3, was it, when he with Andre the Giant?
Yeah, that wasn't even the best match of the night.
No. But this is the thing, what people don't actually know. That was practiced the night before. It was never a first thing like, oh, I'm going to do it. They've been practicing it for days. So it's not like his body wasn't ready because he was practicing it. Daddy. That's what I'm saying. On that note, Daddy. Come on, guys. You know what I think of Eric Bischoff? We've already discussed this earlier in the video.
So, I will open this up. I've never gotten a chance to play your game. We can flip the script, and we can go and play your game if you want.
Oh, that's good. No, of course I don't like that game. Okay, let me think. You put me under pressure now. Okay. David Arquette, Seth Rollins, and we'll add in Randy Orton. Kill, live, delete.
As big of a Arquette fan as I am, I have to delete him.
That means you're never going to ever say again that he's the WCW, like the greatest WCW. It deleted him, like he's non-existent ever. So think about it very carefully before you answer. I love this game. By the way, guys, while Matt's thinking very hard to the point you can see the steam coming from out of his headphones, if you want to play this with us one day, you're welcome to. We play it on on this TikTok and also Broken Wrestling Podcast TikTok all the time. That's why Matt wants to play it, because he never gets a chance. So, Matt, what are you thinking?
I guess we're just going to go ahead and delete Seth Rollins.
So that means you've just deleted the biggest heist of all century. Yeah, exactly. You've got to think really hard of what you're about to lose rather than who you're going to lose. And then if you delete Randy Orton, you deleted Evolution, Rated RK, Rated RKO.
I will never delete Randy Orton. I will never delete Randy Orton. He's in my top 5. He's
So
not
who
going
you
anywhere.
deleting? Rollins and his heist, and the Shield days, and the Beast Slayer, Extreme Rules, and every WrestleMania? Or are you going to delete David Arquette, who is the greatest WCW champion of all time?
Yes, that's got to go. That's deleted.
God damn.
And that hurts me because I'm wearing his shirt.
Sammy's shirt's coming, but I've got that shirt. Okay, 3 women now, okay?
Okay.
Trish, Lita, Mickey James. Kill, live, delete.
Jesus. You are throwing the gauntlet. Okay.
Everyone hates this game for this reason, and I'm obsessed with it.
I'm going to get a lot of hate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm deleting Lita.
Why?
She really, I wasn't into that.
Okay.
So
who are you going to unalive, and who are you going to let live?
I am going to unalive Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's recently retired, so we'll never see her again. Trish is still relevant in some capacities, so we're gonna let her live.
Okay.
And she was my first celebrity crush. Like
mine was Eric Bischoff.
Lita was a homewrecker. All the more reason to delete her.
She was, to be fair. Right, go on. I'll let you pick 3 for me. Okay. I'm being very brave right now, guys. Even Sammy doesn't get to pick these.
Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Waller.
I love Grayson Waller.
And Eric Bischoff.
Okay, I've had this one before and it was easy. Okay, so I would delete Grayson Waller because, wait, before anyone goes shocked, he hasn't got the accomplishments that the other 2 have. Okay, thinking about it logically. Then I would unalive Eric Bischoff because he couldn't even say Shayna Baszler's name right on Monday. And then I would keep Rollins because he's still got a lot of future to make.
Okay.
Easy. See, everyone always gives easy answers. I'm like this, bam, bam, bam. Like, oh, I thought that was hard. I'm like, no, that was easy. Come on. Okay, one more for you. Okay, Orange Cassidy, Jungle Boy, MJF.
Delete Jungle Boy.
Okay.
Unaliving Orange Cassidy. Keeping MJF around because he is the heel. He's the best heel in the business.
Honestly, MJF is growing on me a lot at the minute. So was Sammy Guevara, but I also love Jungle Boy and Darby Allin. They are 2 of my favourites. So the 4-way match is going to be amazing.
Hold on a second.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
He is great. Yes, you best be right on that, Cody. But yeah, MJF is really growing on me.
F MJF.
Nah, you Mexican, sure. Before anyone comes at me and tries to cancel me, he's one of my friends, and I say to him all the time.
Let's see. Trying to think here.
Don't hurt yourself.
Wow. Wow.
That was such a British comment.
Man, I try to be nice. I bring you on.
First ever Brit, last ever Brit, because we're not allowed back on.
You know, I mean, you crept into the number 1 spot. Reese might just edge you out now if you continue rolling in that direction.
Wow. Not only was it Reese, but he's also the one for someone I was talking to not long ago. So he's technically an ex. Thanks. But yeah. No, Reese can be everyone's favourite Brit. Hayley is going live after this. Let's go. Am I, Samantha? Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Who's Hayley? Because it's definitely not me. I'm going for my dinner.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Don't hate yourself.
We could go. Never mind. I was going to say we could go WrestleTok edition, but that might hurt someone's feelings.
Okay, no. Let's go. No, keep it wrestling. We don't do WrestleTok because Sammy shouts at me anyway.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, Sammy, I hate that. I'm sorry, Sammy. I apologize.
Can you pin the comment above that, though, please? Thanks. Even everyone argues with me that it's not me. Go on, then. Who's the 3 you're picking?
I'm trying.
Bearing in mind, I started watching it in a ruthless aggression attitude era years.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Chris?
Benoit or Jericho?
Yep. Benoit.
Okay.
And Kurt Angle.
Fuck, this one is actually really hard. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, Kurt Angle. I'm keeping Kurt Angle because he was the one that got me on telly, and I'm also on WWE Network for him. Oh, I'm having to pick. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna keep Kurt Angle. He has. He's finally. Someone's finally got me done me dirty. Okay, and then I'm gonna unalive Eddie because then his memories still stay forever. And then I delete Chris Benoit because then I'll be deleting that. You know what? I know. No one's ever got me like this, and it's like so. I always say Chris Benoit is one of the 5 greatest wrestlers of that era. 100%. What happened that night should never be mentioned again, and I will always feel sorry for that family. However, no.
You do realize that's probably going to be the clip I choose to put on TikTok that someone finally stumped the Almighty. You're welcome.
Sorry, I've got my little girl trying to ring me at the same time. I'll ring her back in a sec.
So that was, that pretty much everything that was on the list. If there's anything that you want to plug or talk about in these last 10 minutes, the floor is yours.
So as I was saying earlier, I'm going to go a bit more in depth of it. So what will be happening is obviously we'll still have our Saturdays, which is Let's Talk Wrestling, and then we'll also have the men's only and women's only. This is on Broken Wrestling Podcast on YouTube if nobody knows who we are, but we also have an Instagram page, Facebook, great, and a TikTok page. But anyway, so our Mental Health Mondays will be stopping as of the 10th. And then we will be going on to a Tuesday. However, Willie Finesse will be having a Mental Health Monday live, just where you can talk about your feelings, getting it out there, and also just talking about TikTok and normal things. So you can kind of feel like it's nothing's going on in your head, because talking to people about random things, and it doesn't have to be about your feelings, has a way of helping people, 100%. So yeah, it's one of them. So we're going to be doing that. Then obviously Sean is going to have his Thursday indie wrestling shows, and there's going to be a few little sneaky peeks happening soon. And then also, obviously, on the Saturdays, we've still got everything still going on. And then, obviously, we go live on TikToks all through the week. And we do box battles every Sunday at 9 p.m. British Standard Time. Just have a laugh and get competitive and just have a chat and make new friends on it. So if everyone's welcome to do that. But other than that, nothing except for the off the top takeover, which will be happening soon. We've just got to watch Shadow to go and maybe well, not him, but you know.
I'm waiting for him to send me a bill for your services.
No, this isn't so. If it'll be me asking for the money, not him. We're just in partnership. I've got my own podcast and my own whatever. And to be fair, I'm surprised him and JB are not charging me with the amount of times I've used them on my podcast. But that's literally no joke. I will tell you who is on Saturdays. On this Saturday. So this Saturday is obviously Backlash, and we'll be doing the predictions and talking about that sort of stuff. We literally have me, Jodie, Jamie, Shadow, Kota. So we literally have we're having an off the top BWP one, including Kota. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So I'm gonna plug next week's show real quick. Next week we will be having former member of the PWC. Everyone knows him as Husky Rhodes. He stepped away from TikTok for a while. He doesn't make very much content at all. He's just been a friend of mine since he was one of the first people who welcomed me into the WrestleTok community. And he actually is coming back into the podcasting world over with the WrestleTok Wolfpack over there. With Will Gray over there on the botch spots and chair shots.
I can't say don't worry. I will. Can you change your name, please? It's very hard to be British and try to say.
And so he's going with Dad Hat Wrestling to potentially start up WCW, talking about I'm botching. He'll talk more about it on
hang on, botch, spots and chair shots. I think.
Yes.
I think. I was getting mixed up.
Botch, spots, and chair shots. Yes, and you talk about Will Gray. He's one of those guys who finally he put things in perspective for me for a while. For a while, I was just very negative towards the community, and I was just starting to get fickle and just talking poorly about people. And he came up with this perfect thing that I have to keep reminding myself. We don't need to yuck people's yums. And when he said stuff like that, it's just something that I need to, and every time he comes into a live that I'm in, I'll purposely call him out for that. Be like, we don't yuck other people's yums, right, Will? And he's like, yeah. So that concludes this episode. I mean, I don't have an outro.
He will have one next week, though. I'll make sure of it, because we've already planned that I'm doing his outro and intro.
And we can most definitely not yuck Sammy's yams.
Wait, we weren't on about Sammy's. We're on about yours.
I'm not fixing yummy. I'm not fixing the shit on my yams.
The worst thing about it is Sean is in Alpha Wolf. Sean has made me, Sammy, and Mia a picture that says Yams Club on it. So we're so used to it now. But before we go, can I just say a big thank you to you for letting me on this podcast and for everyone watching to get to know me. As a little Brit who was never meant to be this popular, I appreciate everyone that's come here and got to know me, even if you do know me like Sammy has. And I actually appreciate Sammy for being there a whole hour and watching me. Should have been usually close. She usually catches up later, so I'm glad she's here. But no, thank you again, Matt, for letting me be here and letting me plug some of my stuff as well. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem. And this is just episode 1 of your time here, because you will have a future episode when I will bring you back on. I will let you pick a wrestler, and we will discuss their career.
Wonder who I'm gonna pick. And no, it's not Grace Waller. I'm not gonna pick Grace Waller. No, okay. If I'm gonna pick anyone, I want to watch either Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins because they have both had a decent career.
Nice. So, and thank you for everyone in the chat for stopping by. Matt Doulis, Sammy, Cody was in here. Who else was? I was just having a good time talking to you. And Jamie Rose was in here. All you guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you all. And I guess I'll end this the way I always leave lives. Take care and be well. That's what we have to do. I mean, there's nothing but love for everyone. But don't be a dick.
Yeah, Matt. Not that Matt the duelist before anyone pipes up. I was like, I'm live about, wait, come on.
Like, wait a second, what?
But no, thank you again for letting me be a part of it. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Oh, you have one what? Sammy, you have one what?
I think she's on about dick. I think she's actually out in my secret right now that I have a dick.
Oh.
Oh, well. Oh, hi, Matt. Nice to meet you. Told you. I knew it.
It's getting kind of dicey in here now. So.
Hence why I'm going quick before it goes.
All right. Thank you. And I'm sure I will see you on a live here in the next little bit.
Well, Sammy has just texted me saying, go live. I missed you this morning. So I'm literally going to go and get myself a drink and then I'm going to have to go live. So if you want to jump in the box, you're welcome to.
All right. I will be in shortly.
No worries. Bye.
Bye.